My name is Emmanuel Johnson, and I'm 32 years old. And at one time in my life, I was a child soldier.
I was born in Monrovia, Liberia, and I lived with my Aunt Elizabeth. She was a strong African woman, very well educated, and she had lots of money. We lived in a big house. Life was beautiful. And I used to love to sing. I used to love singing. I used to sing for the church every Sunday. And it was this one beautiful Sunday that I was chosen to be a lead singer at the church. And I was thrilled. I was happy. The entire week I was singing. Everyone got sick of me because I couldn't close my mouth. But we used to see soldiers around. Life was pretty normal. But all that came to an end in 1990.
Olivia, what are you doing?
I'm packing to leave, Ma.
The Sunday I was supposed to go sing at the church, I heard my aunt and my cousin that was arguing about leaving. And I didn't pay much attention to it. I'm so excited with the singing situation that it was going to be a big day for me. So I went out and I went to the restroom, the bathroom, took a shower. On my way to my room, I heard this noise. So I went to the window and I looked aside. I saw people running up and down. Now, I didn't pay much attention to it. So I continued in my room to go dress. And the argument was still going on between my aunt and my cousin. There was this strange feelings in the air. And out of a sudden, I heard this. So my first instinct was I dropped on the ground. And on my way, I saw my aunt crawling. She was looking for me. And we all went into the room. I was scared out of my mind. And the shooting lasted for the entire day, leading into the night. It was scary. It was the most scariest moment of my life. I thought I was gonna die. So the next morning, my aunt's voice woke me up. She was screaming at Joseph because he had went to the window to look outside.
What are you doing to the window? What are you doing?
I heard some people talking outside, so I went to take a look.
Is the fighting over? We don't know, but everything seems to be quiet. Yeah, that's fine.
My aunt was very religious. We all were religious, but on that day, we became even more religious. She prayed, and there was no gun sounds, and it brought a little bit of ease to us that the previous day, the entire day was shooting, and now there's no gun sounds. It's a little bit quiet. So Joseph and I, we asked my aunt if we can go into our room.
Yes, you can. But you have to be very quiet about it.
Mama, we should leave now. Why the truth has calmed down?
I think Olivia is your sister.
So we went into our room, sitting on the floor. And I remember I asked Joseph if it was going to be okay.
Are the rebels going to kill us?
No, Mama said everything going to be over soon.
But I don't know what I we are the only people here now.
Before he could even finish telling me, then there was another boom! And we dropped on the floor again and we started crawling back to Aunt's room. And when we got in the room, there were shots flying everywhere, the windows breaking, and we on the floor and we trying to hide under the bed. When we run from the room, when the shot is too much over here, we will crawl into the other room. And when we get into the other room, it seems like the wall just moved over there. And they will be shooting again, RPG sounds, and we ran back into the other room. So we kept on doing that for the entire day leading up to the night, and the shooting intensified. Just kept on going, different sounds until we fell asleep again. The next morning, we woke up the third day of the fight. So we all sat down, we prayed, and we got some bread from the pantry. There was this little small sweet bread, the Fontaine bread. And after eating, there was no more gun sounds. It was a little bit quiet, peaceful. And we asked our aunt if we can go back into our room. And while we was in the room, we overheard my aunt and Olivia arguing again.
Olivia, what are you doing?
I'm leaving, Ma.
So where?
Anywhere but here. Everybody has left the war soon but us. We're going to die if we don't leave.
Sister, I don't think we can survive another night here. So, I'm leaving too.
My aunt finally gave in because she knew that if we stayed, we were gonna die.
This, are we leaving?
Yes, Emmanuel. You are going to pack your things then. Don't just carry anything heavy.
Okay.
On our way back to our room, we heard this knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
If you're not open the door and come outside, Nana! I will break the door.
Just stay here. Let's go check. Elsa, take the chair into the storage room.
My aunt told us to get in the closet and hide.
Make sure you stay here until I say otherwise.
It was dark in the closet. It was scary. I was crying. I was praying. And my legs were shaking. And we heard people outside. We couldn't understand what they were saying. But there was a lot of chattering outside. And we heard the sound, the door opening sound.
So I'm knocking the door? You taking your time?
My son, sorry, we were sleeping. I hear you knocking.
Now, go inside there and bring everybody outside here.
My son,
I said, go! Hey. Wait. Just stand on it. Don't move. Don't move over there. Soldier! Yes, sir. You're fortify the whole area. You hear me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You. Yes, sir. Join me. Yes, sir. You. I want no friend. Damn. Easy.
We have steps in the house, in the living room, getting louder. A couple minutes later, my aunt, she told us to come out of the closet. She said it was going to be okay.
Elder, you're okay outside. Everything is fine.
So we opened the door, and I was the first person in front. And the first thing I saw was a gun pointing into my face.
Everybody out! Okay. Damn, let's go. Move!
the soldiers didn't let us into the living room. They told us to sit on the floor.
Move! I said down.
I was scared out of my mind, and my auntie started pleading with them.
I got some money inside. Let me get rid of that. I can leave in my family alone, please.
She gave them liquor. She went in the house. She came back with a stack of money just to bribe them so that he can let us go. But he wouldn't listen because he said that he needed people to fight for the freedom that they were fighting for.
We're fighting for Liberia. We're fighting to free the whole Mama Liberia. But we can't do it alone. So I gotta recruit men anywhere I get you.
Leader, he asked us to step aside, and I held onto my aunt very tightly. So he ordered one of his soldiers to come and take us. All I could feel at that moment was that this is it. This is the end of my life.
Let me give you one advice. As soon as we move from here, you're cool. You hear me? Soldier! Yes, sir! Move it!
That was the beginning of the end of my childhood. The next thing I knew, we were somewhere in the forest, and we began to train as soldiers. They taught us how to shoot, crawl on our bellies, and other military tactics. And through all that time, they was giving us drugs, cocaine and gunpowder, used to call brown. So we got numb with the drugs we were taking. And after that, they took us to this shrine, to this voodoo man, and he was gonna prepare us for war. You know, he was supposed to do this voodoo that's supposed to protect us from our enemies.
I'm going to fortify you. Yes. Chacha Olo. Chacha Olo. You are indestructible. Give me the arm. Chacha Olo. Chacha Olo. Chacha Olo. Chacha Olo. Chacha Olo. Chacha Olo. Tata au bleu. Tata au bleu. Sonny! You can go! They are indestructible. You can now go. Go! Chacha Olo! Chacha Olo! No, boy. No, boy. No, boy.
All those days was leading up to the final day of training where we were supposed to perform our first kill. I remember that day the commander gave a speech. He was telling us that if we don't kill the enemy will kill us.
To your friend Divida. You know why it's important? Because in a warrior, and you not Divida the enemy.
Alright.
But remember at that moment, all we knew, because we were so numb from the drug, is I was excited to go into war, to do everything that I've just learned. So, he brought 2 prisoners of war. So he told the prisoners to run. And as they were running, I remember I raised my gun, shot him in the back, and killed him right there.
No, Major Taylor! Major Taylor!
And the commander walked up to us. He said, now, you guys are part of us. You guys are soldiers. After that day, we fought in many battles. Me and Joseph were always together. We captured Bannersville. We captured Painesville. Each time we capture a place, we always get young boys the age of us to join us, just like we did. And did many bad things. We raped, killed, did a lot of things. But out of those battles, it was one battle that changed my life. We were on a new bridge. We were trying to capture the city center. And in order to make it into the city center, we have to cross the new bridge. But on the bridge, there was this one sniper guy that was giving us a hard time. So we were on the side of the bridge and trying to cross. And the sniper got Joseph. And he shot Joseph in the head. I saw Joseph's body hit the ground. And his eyes was looking strictly into my eyes. And at that moment, I knew that I needed to leave. After when Joseph died, I started working my way backward. And there was a car heading to Ghana. We hopped on. When we got to Ghana, there was a refugee camp. And it was huge. And I was surprised to know that there were so many Liberians on that refugee camp. And all those people left the war, and they had some soldiers, some former soldiers that was there. And most of those people was waiting for the resettlement program. And I saw how peaceful, and there was no gun sounds, people laughing, people having fun. It felt so beautiful to me. Then I found out that my aunts and my cousins, they were living, on the camp there. So I met up with them, and the first time I saw her, I jumped on her like a little kid, and I embraced her. I didn't want to let go. I was so happy. But she had fighting a DV, and the name had already come up. So she pulled everyone's names in it, but she didn't know if we all was gonna be there. So after the interview process, we finally made it to the United States. Now, I presently work for the Beverly Hills Police Department Crime Lab as a computer forensics expert. And what I can say that it doesn't matter what your life was, you can always change your life. Nothing is impossible. Always. I did it, you can do it, anyone can do it. My name is Emmanuel Johnson, and at one time in my life, I was a child soldier.